I can't get over the amount of times I've seen in a real estate business, Curtis. Actually, not just in a real estate business, even in my life in media, I've seen you get a new person that might not have all the knowledge yet, but they've come in with this new business energy. They're pumped. They're sort of in early. They're looking at, hey, is this the best way to be doing the things? And their enthusiasm alone starts winning in business. And I've seen this over and over again. There are people in sales that had never had any experience in selling any real estate. They didn't even understand the basic paperwork involved with, what you've got to do in real estate to sign properties up or contracts. And they sell a property that's been sitting on the books for months and months and months. And experienced people are sitting back there at the office thinking, how on earth did that happen? And it happens because of that new business energy. So I think what you're sort of saying is it's going to be really hard to grow your rent roll if you've got wrong people,
And often, particularly in property management, you have this battle between the growth team or the BDM team and the property management team, because the business owner is saying, Tom, I want you to go out and get 100 new managements over the next quarter, and we'll incentivize you, and the salesperson is driven by the commission and service and so forth. Then you have the property management team that just think, oh, you're adding so much more pressure to my workload. I don't want it. This isn't good. I'm too busy already. How am I going to look after this? And so that mindset is not, okay, wow, we're growing, we'll get someone else. It's like, oh, you're just going to make my job harder, and I'm not going to support you. And that disconnection is quite bad.
Okay, beautiful. By the way, Curtis, when you're talking out in your role for REA, do you notice that real estate officers do have certain people that they want them to do both things in the job, or is there more of a tendency is you're a property manager, you just look after our current landlords, and people have got other roles, which is bring in the new business? What are you seeing happening?
It's a bit of a mix, to be honest, Tom. So I think back in the day, you would have separate roles because you'd hire for different skill sets. Whereas now, a lot of the nimble, lean businesses that we're seeing are very focused on hybrid roles. And so that's why I was saying at the start, everyone should be focused on growth and have a growth mindset, not necessarily the growth team and the PM team. It should very much be the same. Because there's no reason why a property manager that's looking after 100 properties, that's 100 relationships with landlords that they're talking to every quarter. What a great opportunity to sort of get referral business just organically through the existing rent roll, not necessarily cold prospecting like some of the BDMs would be doing. So the hybrid is the answer.
That's gold, because I actually think that there are many, look, I'm an example of that. I'm a landlord and I know that I've got multiple agents, right? And I'm not hit up that often. I'm not hit up that often by my property manager saying, hey, by the way, have you got anything else that we could be doing for you? It's very transactional. And I'm thinking to myself, there's an opportunity. Every landlord that you've got may be a landlord with another agent as well. And you don't sort of think about that,
In 2017, Tom, we did a survey and we discovered out of around 7,000 landlords that we surveyed, 1 in 3 own multiple properties, and just under 50% they use someone else. And so sometimes that's demographics, right? Like if you have a property in Brisbane or Sydney, you're not necessarily going to have the same agency. But if you have yours around the inner west of Sydney and using different agents, maybe it's because you bought from them, but also it's sort of this missed opportunity where people are saying or not saying, hey, Tom, I actually know you have another property because I've stalked you. And have you thought about using us as well? We can do a special deal for you or whatever it may be. Missed opportunity.
I love that. And I'm telling you, my situation, they're all in the inner west and there is 4 property managers there. I've never, like I'm thinking about it, because I've never been really hit up. So I'm thinking to myself, do you create what is called, the landlord corporate package, where you communicate to them, hey, we've introduced a corporate package. And that basically says that if you give us, X amount of your rent roll, we give you this amount discount, Okay, beautiful.